Bienvenidos a todos, estoy aquí con Tuomas Olopainen, Joanna Kurkela y Troy Donockley de la banda Auri. Welcome everyone, it's a pleasure to have you here today. How are you doing?
We're wonderful, excited about
Very
our
well.
adventures to come.
Is this the first chat we ever have to Mexico?
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
you're
it
right.
is.
we've never chatted to Mexico
We've
before.
never chatted to
Thank
Mexico.
you.
No.
As Auri, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here with us today and in behalf of all the Mexican fans and everyone in Latin America that also reach us, we thank you. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about you guys, Auri. Can you? I mean, you're already going to release your third um, full length, right? But as you mentioned, you haven't really spoken to the Latin American fans that much. Talk to us a little bit about how Ari started.
I think the dream of Auri began the minute we met each other and realized that we were born from the same star,
Yeah, we
if
were.
you will. Yeah. And we just felt this instant connection, and the fact that we're all musicians and we also get to pour that connection into music. It's something so tantalizing and magical. We couldn't help but put band together. So I think it was 2009 that I met you two. I think that's the first time that we all got together. And that's basically pretty soon after that. You wrote Aphrodite Rising was the
I
first song.
did. I wrote a song called Aphrodite Rising for Johanna because Johanna's voice impacted me so strong that I thought I really want to hear Johanna singing uh, outside of where she sings, because at the moment she was singing in a certain area, and Johanna, even back then, was she was heading into supernova. So it was a matter of trying to come up with something for her to sing. So she came over to Yorkshire, both Johanna and Thomas, and we recorded this song, which was the first ever song for Auri, really. And it was quite experimental in a way. You know, we didn't really know what we were up to, and it started there.
I think this was 2011 or something
It
like
was
that.
2011.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was there.
It's been a
And of
while
course,
already.
naturally, once that was recorded, naturally Thomas had to be there. He had to be with us because otherwise it would have been tragic and dreadful.
Oh, perfect. It's nice hearing from you guys how it all started. But now, fast forward almost what 15 years. Um, your third album will be released on August 15, right, via Nuclear Blast Records, and it's
Yeah.
called number three, Candles and Beginnings.
Yeah.
Perfect. How is this album different than your previous and your first album as well?
Well,
How would you describe it?
well, I think Auri has evolved through the years, and the first album was really experimental, and it was the first step. And then we built upon that with the second album, and with this album, I think we're broadening the colors and the scape of Auri even further and wider, and we're exploring new realms and even more areas of what our world is. It's like an adventure. It's like we're mapping out the new locations with every album. So that's how I feel.
Yeah, and musically we are as we are all close friends and we all love each other. We're pretty fearless in what we do, and on a fearless scale of 1 to 10, I think the first two albums were 10 for fearlessness, but this one is 10.5.
Wow.
So a little bit more because there are some left of field movements in this album that you really need to have courage to and dedication and commitment to actually pull off. But of course, we really don't mind because we do it for ourselves. We want to touch each other with music and entertain each other with music.
Well,
It's such a cliche for a band to say that we don't really care about the rest of the world. We don't care what anybody else says about the music. but with Auri, it's actually true.
And I used to say that, like, we do care about the world and other people, but what other people think about the
Yeah,
music does
that's-
not affect our
No,
making it.
That's what I
Yeah.
meant to say. Yes.
But
Yes, yes.
that, I mean, we do love making music and connecting with other people, but indeed, yeah, that's it. It doesn't play a factor into making music, or there aren't any you know, stop signs in Auri, or you can't go
No.
there, you can't do that. It's just, it's a playground.
But we do make the music for ourselves, first and foremost, strictly for ourselves. And then as we project it out into the world through whatever medium it goes out there and it enters into people's space,
Yeah.
then we're delighted if it touches people the way it touches us. But we don't care. We don't really mind if it doesn't
Yeah.
touch people. If people go, oh no, this isn't for me, good luck to you, you know. But if people say, this has really touched me and moved me, then they instantly become our invisible friends.
Yeah. It's a bit like we provide a sonic mirror for people to look themselves in, and, or, you know, at themselves through the music, and what they discover in it is each of their personal journey. We can't affect that, but we can provide the tool for that introspection and inner journey, hopefully.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, if you, as Troy mentioned, right, if you make it for yourselves and first, there's other like-minded people in the world that are gonna enjoy it, right? And not everyone probably has the same mindset or the same things that they enjoy, but I mean,
Yeah.
people will follow eventually, and that's great that you're expressing yourselves that way. What about lyrically? You mentioned music, but where do you take the inspiration for the themes in these songs?
Versa and vice versa. The two are inextricably bound together. Sometimes we can't remember where they've came from. Such is the nature of writing music and lyrics. It truly is a mystery, and the most beautiful mystery imaginable that's available to us, in my opinion. For in the world of art, music is the pinnacle of art. The pinnacle, because it's invisible. It can't be seen. Unlike a book or a painting, music is in the abstract, and it's all down to the subjective response of the listener, which is why we don't mind if somebody doesn't like our music. If it's not for them, good. But if it is for them, that's really good.
Even better.
Yeah.
And to come back to your question about lyrics, I think that themes of the songs are everywhere around us. I mean, they could be everywhere in the real world, mundane things. Anything could be an inspiration that triggers an idea for a song. And that's the beauty, really. It's everywhere.
Perfect. Yeah, you're never lacking for inspiration with
No.
the world we live in.
Just observe this world and this
Yeah.
universe.
Yeah.
How much beautiful stuff there's going on, inspiring things. So it's a bottomless pit of inspiration.
Absolutely, a bottomless pit.
I agree.
We're constantly looking into it. We occasionally jump in it and then crawl out with all kinds of goods, all kinds of magical.
And then we share
things.
it with the world.
Yeah. Have a look at this. No, I don't like that. Good for you. What about you? I love it. Oh, well, great.
I mean, that's the beauty of music, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you released the first single, which was Shield Maiden, right? It's beautiful. And then you have this beautiful dark video, and the song's also dark. And then you're releasing another single this week, correct? Is it
On Thursday, day after today. Yeah.
Perfect. The Museum of Childhood, am I correct? Is that the one you're releasing?
That's
Perfect.
it.
So what can fans expect from this song that is different from Shield Maiden? Because not all your songs are the same, right? You go all different places.
It's going to be another adventure for sure. And and hopefully people enter it with open eyes and open heart, and just make their own interpretations and enjoy the ride.
The other wonderful thing I must interject and say is that the difference between Shield Maiden and Museum of Childhood is so fabulously and hilariously pronounced that it's so different. They are totally different. obviously they're from our universe. One is night and day, you know, they're night and day together. And I think a lot of people will be pleasantly shocked by Museum of Childhood after Shield Maiden. If it had been the other way around, it would have been exactly the same effect. And that's what we really like, the sheer range of difference that is available to us. And that's vital to us.
Yeah, and that's great that you're not putting yourself just in one box, right? You're
No.
open to everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, in preparation to this interview, I had the pleasure of and the privilege to listen to the new album. And yeah, as you mentioned, songs are dark, like Shield Maiden, but others are brighter. Uh, so you explore a range of emotions, right? How do you balance the album? Like, is do you go to it thinking of a concept? I don't know. We're gonna go through this kind of story, or do you just whatever the world is telling you to write about, basically?
It's the latter for sure. Yeah, we never discuss beforehand what we're going to do. It's a humble approach to music. We tune into the music and let it tell us what it wants us to do next. That's how it goes, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a rumor that many artists and bands they plan in ahead what the upcoming album should sound like. And that's a very weird idea to me personally. How can you plan something like that? You need to have ultimate freedom in creating music.
Yeah. It's a mystery to me how that can happen.
A bit like you could plan what sort of a baby you're gonna have. You can't
Yeah.
really, it just comes and
Yeah.
you embrace it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I can't even plan a whole day, right? Things happen, they don't go the way you intended, even less
Exactly.
something like this.
Yeah, it's good to be open and it's important to start on the journey and then let the journey take you to your destination. Yeah, not really set the destination, but follow the path
No.
towards it and arrive at lovely cases.
Yeah, you've got to store your past and your future in the overhead
Yeah.
luggage lockers.
I love that. That's so awesome. Yeah.
All right, so you mentioned inspiration comes from everywhere, right? Um, is there a song that you feel was a bit more personal than the others in this album? Any of you?
Well, they're all personal responses to whatever state we're in at any time. But again, this gets back to our wonderful operating system that Auri is that we can have a very personal response, but we're always in tune with each other so much. We all love very similar things, which brings an impossible closeness to the music. We're so in tune with what each other loves and musically and how each person works as a composer, as a writer. So we're kind of in a wonderful default position where we're totally free, completely free at all times.
And I don't feel like it's for 1 minute been a challenge anywhere.
No.
You know, making these 3 albums that we've done so far, it's been so organic and we just intuitively find the right path always towards our destination. I can't explain it better than that. It's just this collective knowing of what we need to do.
No, perfect. That's a great explanation. Let's move on to something else. And you all mentioned that you work really well together, that you love the same things, and it all comes natural, right? But at the same time, there's sometimes some physical distance between you, right? I know Thomas and Joanna, you live in Finland, and Troy, I believe you live in the UK, correct?
Yes.
All right. How do you balance working and composing this remotely, or do you always meet to work on these songs?
Well, that's where the invisible gossamer bridge comes to our aid.
It comes to our aid, yeah.
Also known as modern technology,
Yeah,
That's true.
which helps a lot.
it
Indeed.
does help a lot.
Yeah. So
Why do I always lean in?
oh,
I
yes.
need a seatbelt or something.
Yeah. In one of those children's chairs.
Don't worry, my posture is not
I've been
good.
doing this all day, Eric. Every
Yeah, I
time I
can
talk
imagine.
Yeah.
So
Listen, Eric, just ignore him. Ignore him.
I'll try.
I'll stay here now. Sorry, what was the question
What
again?
was the question?
You were mentioning you use technology to your advantage, right?
Oh,
When
yeah.
composing
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
working
we
from a
do.
distance.
Well, we've each got studios that we work in. Me in Yorkshire, Tuomas and Johanna in Finland, and the invisible Gossamer Bridge that Johanna talks about has always been there between us. It's something that we throw music over to each other and work on, and long may it remain open.
Yeah, it seems to suit us really well. I mean, even though we are physically apart, I feel like as a deeper level, we are so connected that this is the most optimal way for us to work.
Perfect. Yeah. I mean, distance or no distance, it doesn't matter at the end, right? If you find a way that works for all of you, it's excellent.
It really works for us. Yeah, it really does. But also we have the trust in each other not to do anything awful.
That's important.
Mhm.
All right. Now, it's no secret that Troy and Thomas, you're also both in Nightwish together. So when you're working on music together, when do you decide when to work on music for each project?
I think the songs, when they come, they tell us where they want to be.
Yeah.
Really as simple as that.
Perfect. Yeah. I mean, you compose and then you figure it out as you're going, right? Where it's taking you.
Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's like, okay, now we're doing an Auri album, so let's
Yeah.
search what
Yeah.
can be done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You just know.
Yeah.
It's intuition. It's something that I can't really explain.
But all of these things are a great part of us. They're all a part of us. So it's just a matter of being open all the time to what's needed and where things are and where we are.
That's important too.
Mm.
Okay. And I know Ari started as a studio band, right? And
Yeah.
now, with three albums under your belt, you've decided to take it on the road. How does it feel to be able to play all these songs live?
About time.
Yeah.
Exhilarating for sure.
Yeah.
We've been
Finally.
talking about this for more than 10 years.
Yeah.
And the first album came out in 2018, and it was never in question that we would tour because we only had one album under our belt.
Yeah.
Then after the second album, the pandemic hit, so that was a no-go. So now in 2025, perfect time with three albums done, we can create the most phenomenal set list.
We can.
Nightwish is on hiatus at the moment. We have the time for it. We have the motivation, so perfect.
Excellent. So you're going on the road. When is it? Is it August and September?
Yes, and a bit of October as well.
Perfect. So you're playing UK and Europe. Any plans on bringing your show to other parts of the world, particularly this part of the world, Latin America, or even North America?
Absolutely anything is possible. We just want to see how this upcoming 6 weeks, how it goes, where it takes us, how we all feel, and go from there.
But the
Perfect.
dreams are definitely there, up
Yeah.
there in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely ideas brewing.
It's
Excellent.
always never say never
Yeah,
on all
indeed.
this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully we get to see you sooner than later on this side of the world.
We hope
Yeah, I
so.
hope so.
All right. So, is there anything that you would like to tell your fans in Mexico or Latin America about your album, about the project? Uh, anything?
Um,
You know, they're very passionate when you
yes,
get them.
they are.
And
They
we love
certainly are
that.
that.
Yeah.
Um,
Like what you said about store your past and future into the overhead
Yeah.
and expect to take off shortly because this
Yeah.
plane is about to leave. So
It certainly is.
yeah,
It is.
it's a wonderful analogy to just leave everything you're doing for a moment and put your headphones on and close your eyes and just descend into the present moment and take an inner journey with us on the wings of music.
Excellent. And yeah, what a best I cannot think of a best way to enjoy the album, right? That just disconnect and connect to this other world and go in the journey with it.
Wonderful.
Lovely.
Perfect. No, and I appreciate you all joining me and being able to talk to us. And yeah, we're going to be finishing it for today. Muchas gracias a todos por vernos. No olviden suscribirse, darle like. Thank you, Ari. Thank you, Thomas, Joanna, and Troy. Hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank
It's
you.
been a pleasure.
It
Thank
was
you
a
so
huge
much.
pleasure.
Fun.
All the best.
Same.
Bye.